Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm reviewing the Hot Wheels Lightyear XL15 released in 2022. This vehicle will make its first on-screen appearance in Disney and Pixar's Lightyear. Now, last time on my channel I reviewed the XL01, which was a very cool looking vessel. This is the XL15, which lends me to believe, based on the numbers, that this is one of the last prototypes, or it could be a finished product, that Buzz pilots in the film. And you can see there are some major advancements here compared to the original XL01, including the cockpit area, the engine section, but there are hints such as the nose cone, the wings. There are elements that are very similar, so I do like that quite a bit. It's like looking at all the Star Trek vessels, if you're a fan of that, and seeing how we have the Enterprise and then all the way to the Enterprise E, how elements are the same, but yet they're very different vessels. So this is a very nice looking ship. It gives me the feeling of the Buzz Lightyear box that Andy had in Toy Story, maybe because of the little dark orange hazard paint strips on the wing tips in the front. I don't know, there's just something about this ship that seems very familiar to me, and I don't necessarily know why. But regardless, let's get to the review. For the size, it's just over 3 inches, or about 8 centimeters long, so it's a nice size ship. It's a little smaller than the XL01, but this one I feel has a lot more attitude to it. There's a lot more presence with this one. All these hard angles. Looks great in my opinion anyway. So we have a lot to cover. If you're new to my channel, what we're going to do is go over the mold, show you all at home what you're paying for, look at the paint, compare it to some other pieces, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Alright, looking at the mold, like in all my videos, I will go over all the major sections of the item, and then we'll get a nice close-up look to see those fine details. Now at the time of filming this, there are no data books or resources, so I don't know every single component, but I got a good idea. So let's begin. In the front, we have our nose cone, which looks nice, our cockpit or canopy. We have our engine intakes in the front. And then in the aft, we have our whole engine section, which looks amazing. Pretty cool. We have our wings on the side, which look pretty nice. Everything's detailed. Now, comparing it to the XL01, this one seems more streamlined. Instead of having all these different components everywhere, this one has very few. Like, it's more aerodynamic, if you will. But pretty cool nonetheless. You can see how some traits are the same and some are very different, but they're cool nonetheless. Really nice. So back to this ship, which is what we're here for. If we turn it upside down, look at the bottom. We have 2 rivets holding it together. Copyright crap. Some nice molding. Again, it's more streamlined. So it's less components and everything like that and more panel lines. But really cool nonetheless. And of course, we have our landing gear, which is a nice touch. It looks to be painted quite well. Look at the other side real quick. Yeah, paint's pretty good. And you can see the engines where the thrust comes out is a little recessed. So, very nice. All in all, a nice looking ship. So now let's get a closer look. Alright, for a closer look, let's begin with the bottom this time. So here we can see some beautiful detailing coming down here. Our rivet. Just nice molding. Lots of angles on here. Little vents right here. Didn't notice that until right now. And we'll look at the landing gear before we get to the engines. We have our copyright stuff. It's really nice. I love the wings here. Very nice looking. We have this whole center section where the rivet is that connects to the engine. Really cool. You can see all the angles here. Very 80s looking, I guess. Like something I would see in Transformers in the movie. That's the kind of vibes. I'm getting a lot of vibes from different stuff here. For the landing gear, you see it's very nice. The wheel is shifted to the right hand side. So pretty cool. We have a couple pistons in there. Very nice. Definitely more advanced than the previous version that we looked at. Very cool. And then if you look back here, there's actually detail, a little piston right there below my finger. Of course, nothing works, but it's cool they molded it in. Very sharp. Okay, looking at the engines, look at all this stuff. What is it? What does it do? I don't know, but it looks awesome. I love the grate here, almost like a, I don't know, if that was a window at the top, it would be like an escape pod, but pretty nice. Coming up, we have two little hoses here, and then another component. Looking pretty nice. That silver paint just makes it pop too. Really cool. Then we have these little shields here. Nice. And look at these engines, everybody. Beautifully detailed, and the paint doesn't hide that detail at all. You can see everything, and that is amazing. I wish they did that for some of the Star Wars ships. And the same goes for this one. Look at all that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And then on the interior, you can see it's a little, not really painted towards the inside, but it has like this little lip there that sticks out like a tongue, I guess. But very interesting. I think this came out great. You can see they actually did try and paint it, but I guess that little tongue piece, I guess we could call it, just stops the airbrush from getting in there. I don't know, but cool nonetheless. So looking at the main body, let's look at this. Beautiful designs. You see a lot of patchwork here and there. Everything looks like it's just placed together with these panel lines. We have our intakes, which are recessed in. And to be honest, this is the first time I'm looking at it close up with you guys. So we're sort of doing it live, if you will. No cuts. But I love the symbol there. Star Command. Very nice. Looking at this wing again. Everything's a lot smoother, but the detail is there. And I love this section here, where the intake and engine is. I just love that shape, and that there's a wing on top. Very nice. Look at the other side. Yeah, looking really cool. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And then coming down, look at all this detail. We have our cockpit window here with our support beams. Very cool. Detailing is amazing on here. Not as detailed as the previous version, the XL01, but it's detailed in different ways, if that makes any sense. Instead of being covered with different components and lines, this one is more compact, if you will. It looks like they smoothed everything out. And if this is supposed to be from the future or something like that, where it's one of the last ones that this colony is going to make for Buzz, it should be more futuristic, more streamlined, if you will. So all in all, very nice. So that does it for the mold. In short, this is a beautiful piece in its own way, and I really want to know what you guys think of these ships. Let me know in the comments below. Anywho, let's take a look at the paint. And now looking at that paint on the Lightyear XL15, this bad boy features again 9 different colors. We have gray, blue, black, orange, silver, red, metallic black, and then dark gray. One color, I had a little issue identifying it. It's in the engine section, so I got it down to a metallic gray or a metallic cobalt. Either or, we have some great colors here, and I think they did an amazing job with this piece. As always, let me know what you guys think about this ship in the comments below. Alright, for a quick size comparison with the Hot Wheels Lightyear XL15 seen in the center, I have it next to some other Hot Wheels vessels. First, on the right hand side, we have the XL01 from the same line, which looks pretty cool. And on the left hand side, we have the Hot Wheels Star Wars Slave 1, or Boba Fett's starship. And as you can see here, all the ships are in the same type of scale, which is 3 to 3.5 inches. So if you're a collector of the Star Wars line, and you like Buzz Lightyear like myself, I really do recommend it. The only issue is there's no stand for the Buzz Lightyear ships. So you're going to have to think about that, but regardless, they look great, and paint-wise, these have a ton of colors on them, even though it doesn't look like it. Way more than some of the Star Wars ships do. So Hot Wheels is on the money with these. And for an added bonus size comparison with the Hot Wheels Lightyear XL15 seen on the left, on the right I have Mattel's Hyperspeed series XL15, and you can see the size difference there. And this line here is really interesting. It's a callback to the Galoob action fleet days of the 90s and early 2000s. It is awesome. It's got movable landing gear, the cockpit opens up, and to me, seeing these in stores sort of ushered in that new era of starships. I believe one of my viewers, Rex, mentioned something like that a couple weeks ago, because we're getting a new action fleet line, if you want to put it that way, from the people that are bringing us Micro Machines now. And it's all scaled versions of Star Wars ships. So to have these, that's pretty cool. These do not come with stands though. However, on the bottom, they do have a port for one. So I'm interested to see how this line unfolds, if it does indeed continue. But regardless of the line, these ships are pretty awesome. And if you would like to see reviews of any of the vessels I showed today, check the links in the description below. And that does it today for my review of the Hot Wheels Lightyear XL15 released in 2022. Now, I spent several minutes talking about this ship, like I do every other ship I review. And honestly, what more could I say? The mold is great in my opinion. The paint is very decent. We have 9 colors here working together to really bring this ship to life. Now, sadly, there is no wash to make the details pop, but just looking at it, the way it's painted already, you could see all the little panel lines on here. All the details are visible, which is pretty nice. I guess a slight wash would make it pop even more, but it is what it is, I guess, at this point. I guess I could fix it myself, but I just like it the way it is for the moment. The only nitpick I have about this entire line so far is no stands at all. We don't have stands like in Star Wars. We don't have, if I could grab it right here, we don't even have the little stands like we got with the X-Jet. This would have been great for something like that. But alas, we did not get it, and we have landing gear. So maybe in the future, we'll get something that has a stand. We'll see what happens. But having said that, I do like this line so far, and I hope it does continue. I saw some images that we're going to have a couple different vehicles coming out for it. So we'll see what happens with the Hot Wheels line. So if you're a fan of starships or Buzz Lightyear, I fully recommend picking this up. The whole line's pretty good. And wait until you guys see the Zurg fighter ship. Lots of different details and shapes and little points and wings coming out. Oh, it's pretty sick. And I love the color too. Purple, pink, and green. I know it sounds weird coming from me, but it works. You know, it's got the Zurg colors, if you know who Zurg is. But really nice stuff. And that's basically everything I have to say about this awesome ship today. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you'd like to see new videos every week, subscribe. Again, to all of you at home who took time out of your busy schedule to watch my content, I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.